Look, we all know the gaming landscape is changing fast. In just the past few weeks, Rockstar announced that GTA 6 physical release won't even include a disc. And Sony dropped possibly the biggest bombshell of them all. By 2028, they'll stop supporting physical media entirely, while simultaneously shutting down the PS3 and PS Vita stores, practically rubbing it in your face that your games are not safe from them. It's clear, Sony and really all major console companies don't want you to own your games. They thrive on keeping you on a tight leash, adding or removing titles or features at will. Do you want to give out your copy of a game to a friend or resell it? Forget about it. Your desire as a customer to actually own what you buy is irrelevant to the equation. So now that we got the mandatory doom and gloom out of the way, what can we do about it? The answer is simple, and always has been. You don't buy things you don't approve of. You vote with your wallet, as the saying goes. And while I do understand that this is often easier said than done, you can't, for example, boycott things that are essential for your day-to-day life, but in the case of video games, we have so many great options available. In the last couple of years, the bulk of all the games I've played were at least 5 years old, often even older. For example, I've been playing a lot of PlayStation 4 games that I missed out on. These are titles you can easily pick up on the used market, and even the console itself can be found for a decent price. Where I live, just as an example, you can find PS4 Slims in great condition for under 200 euros. I usually buy games on eBay or at flea markets, but sometimes online stores or retailers will have great deals on older titles as well. And don't even get me started on the PlayStation 3. This console has so many great titles, some of which, like my beloved Resistance series, have never been ported to newer hardware. You can also try Killzone, The Darkness, Infamous, just to name a few. There are so many great games from the 7th gen console era alone that I have yet to finish or even start playing. It could probably keep me busy for years. And if you prefer Xbox, things look even better for you on the used market. 8th gen and 7th gen Xbox consoles and games are dirt cheap. I found relatively recent AAA titles for less than $10. Since I was always a PlayStation kid growing up, I've been playing with the idea of getting a cheap Xbox One just to play some of the Halo games I missed out on. If I'm traveling, I love to bring my DS Lite. It's a lot easier to pocket compared to modern handhelds. Paired with a flash card loaded with backups of your favorite DS games, and you're ready to go. The DS is home to some of the best Castlevania games and many experimental titles that you can't find anywhere else. The library is massive, and you are bound to find something that is unique and new to you. I guess what I'm trying to say is, there are hundreds of games out there across dozens of systems, and not all of them are rare collectibles. If you want to play great games at an affordable price, and you care about game preservation and physical media, just buy old stuff. Learn how to clean and refurbish your consoles. Learn how to mod them. Make digital backups of your physical games for future preservation. Replay some of your childhood classics, whether through emulation or on the original hardware. If you don't like the direction that Xbox, Sony or Nintendo are heading, just don't participate. It's easier than you might think. I'm confident you're going to find plenty of games to play that are a bit on the older side. Not a week goes by where I don't hear about a game on an old console or on PC that makes me wonder how I ever missed it in the first place. And then I put it on my ever-growing list of games I'm interested in. There's still so much to play out there. Why would I bother with anti-consumer policies or overpriced products when I have already so much on my plate? And if we actually follow through with it this time, if our decisions as customers start hurting their bottom line, then maybe we'll see changes that actually benefit us. I'd like to share another little personal story. Last year I started collecting Super Nintendo cartridges and learned how to properly restore them. Now I can replace the batteries, remove oxidization from the contact pins, or bleach those nasty yellow stains from the outer shells. I've even made custom labels for them in the style of the Nintendo Switch, so they don't look out of place next to my more modern titles. I've had more fun playing and working on my Super Nintendo games than I had with my PS5 in recent months, which is lately used as an enormous Blu-ray player. And I think that's very telling. The industry may be moving towards a future where games are licenses instead of products, where servers shut down, stores disappear, and access can be taken away by the push of a button. But that doesn't mean you have to follow. There are decades worth of incredible games already out there, waiting to be played. They're often cheaper, they're complete experiences, and in many cases, they're still yours to keep. Whether it's restoring an old console, buying used games, making backups, or simply replaying the classics you grew up with, all of these choices are better than throwing money at multi-billion-dollar corporations that do not respect you as a customer. Maybe at one point, the big companies will realize that players still value ownership and physical media. Maybe they won't. But until then, I don't see any reason to reward such anti-consumer decisions when I still have so much to do. But that's it on my part. I hope you got something out of this. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate if you could give it a thumbs up and share your own thoughts in the comments below. I hope I see you next time, and until then, thank you very much for watching and have a great day.